ski resort is not you do not have a very good visual of the lanes. And on this side, we have a team of young skiers that is receiving their training. So this ski resort is about 1,300 meters high and is the first mountainous ski resort in Jiangxi province. And each year, a lot of visitors would come here to enjoy winter sports. So despite today's weather condition, we still have seen a lot of ski lovers that have joined us in this mountainside ski activities. I don't know if you can see this cable, and all of these skiers are taking the track, this rotating tracks, to go up the slope before they skiing down. So unlike the northern ski resort, in the southern part of China, most of the ski resorts are in the mountainous area, and even in winter, you can still see a lot of vegetations that are still green in the color of green, and usually it's more moist than the northern resort, so foggy weather is much more common here. So with the Winter Games drawing near, even in the southern part where snow is much rarer than in the north, the people are growing more and more passionate about winter sports. So today we have very honored to the pleasure to meet the one of the founders of the ski resort. So hello, and we have some questions about the ski resort. So, when was this resort built? It has been 4 years since it was established. So with the winter games drawing near, do you find that people are growing more and more passionate about skiing? So can you share with us? Yes, with the Winter Olympic Games coming near, we see that people are growing more and more passionate about winter sports, and many would come a long way. They would drive from all the southern provinces such as Guangdong and Fujian all the way here to enjoy skiing activities. So they would drive all the way here. So what is the average temperature here in winter? I think it's below zero, below freezing point, because we have a very high altitude. So the average temperature can be about minus 10 degrees Celsius. So can you tell us the skiing? So how do you manufacture the snow? Well, this is not natural, snowfall. And we actually spray the mist into the air, and due to this kind of freezing weather, and will form snow. So it's like semi automated, this kind of snow manufacturing. So what prompted you to do this? So where do your staff come from? Most of the staff are the local villagers. So has this ski resort changed the life of the local people? Massively. And because in the past, in this very mountainous and remote areas, most people, for the lack of job opportunities, would go out to other provinces as migrant workers. But with the opening up of this ski resort, many people can get a job here. They can work in a resort, or they can also open up like family hotels or restaurant and relevant facilities. So would that also improve the income of the local residents? Yes, of course. So it's not only about the ski resort itself, but also other related business such as family hotels and catering businesses. So this resort does invigorate the village economy and tourism. We can see that the students are receiving training. So can you tell us more about their training activities? Well, these are middle school students from the local middle schools. We have two middle schools featuring this kind of skiing team, and these are the members of the teams. So they would do some training in their spare time, and after some training, they would even go out to the other provinces, to the northeast, for example, to participate in competitions, in contests. Our coach is actually from northeast of China. I'm Han Biao. I'm working here as a coach for the skiing team. So what kind of lessons are we having? What kind of training? Well, these students are starting from zero, and they are starting from scratch. So we are conducting some very basic training. And the first lesson would be, to stand still. That's the first step. And also, you also need to be able to stop where you are sliding down. I'm also from the south, so what's so special about these activities, especially for the southern kids? Well, the kids are very quick in learning this new skill, actually. So, are they passionate about? Are they interested in it? Yes, they are. They find it very interesting, and so they're very enthusiastic. So, who are your, best students? So, okay, these two. This is Shi Meiting and Zhou Shilong from Daduan Middle School. How long have you been learning? 3 years. So, what do you feel when you ski? Snow is actually quite rare in the south, and this is the first ski resort in Jiangxi. I find this sports exciting and exhilarating. So, do you only do skiing or also other activities as well? Well, we also have this cross-country roller skate activities. So, where do you train? In the playground of my school, or just slopes at the roadside. So, do you have a coach to teach you that? And my coach has actually came back to the north. So we basically do some self-training at the moment. So your coach told me that you once participated in contests in other provinces. Yes, we have been to Jilin. So can you tell us more about your contest? So when we went to Jilin, and I got the opportunity to compete with the other athletes. So how are your co-contestants? Well, they are much more proficient because they've trained longer. Did you make a lot of friends? Yes, we've met some friends from Xinjiang Thomas region and other provinces. Well, it's good to hear that this kind of activities can enable the students to go out and meet with their peers in other places. So, do you have plans for your future in terms of perfecting your skills? I do. I'm now in the third year of my my junior year, and it will depend, I think. So, because I'm a novice and I know nothing about skiing, so can you tell me about some of the basics in terms of skiing? Okay, now why don't you put on your equipment? Get on board. I'm very excited about the training that I'm about to take. So first, the equipment. This is the snowboard. This side is the head, and this side is the tail. And these are the fixers. And this is the brake. This will prevent you from prevent the boards from falling down. And pay attention to the two sides. It's very sharp and it may hurt you. And this is the skiing stick. This is the handle. And we don't suggest beginners to wear this bracelet because if you fall down, it might hurt your wrist. And down here is the wheel. So when you are going down, it will prevent you from injuries when falling down. Okay. The coach has just taught me about the equipment, and now I will be wearing the board, so wearing the equipment right now. Okay, you can just fasten your boots like this. When you hear click, that means you're set. Careful. It's a bit complicated. Okay, step down. Can you hold your sticks? I'll just take one. So when you are skiing, you need to make sure that the boards are at the same width as your two shoulders. So bend your knees a bit and stay upright. And we'll be learning to brake. That's the first lesson, is to skiing down and then brake. All right. This is how you brake. These two boards will have to form this angle in order to brake. You need to open up your legs, otherwise you will not able to brake. Okay, now let's try. I'll ski backward and you can ski forward. If you want to go forward, you need to make sure that the two boards are in parallel. And if you want to brake, you need to make sure that they form this angle. I think that's lesson 1. If you want to take off your equipment, you first need to go this way. And the two boards in parallel. In this way, it will create better frictions so as to stabilize yourself. So you use this point to press here, and then you can take off. And it's the same with the left foot. Okay, you're set. Let's go up. You can hold your board like this. You can hold it to your chest and then walk up. After this simple training, I've had my skiing lesson number 1. So I successfully ski for a short distance. And actually, as a ski resort that locates in the south, I believe that you have welcomed and taught a lot of novice, a lot of green hands here. So what kind of training will you conduct to these beginners? Well, training is very necessary because this actually is a very dangerous sport, and when you slide down, the speed can be very fast. And we also suggest that before you come here, you can watch some basic training videos, and in your first visit, we strongly suggest that you hire someone as your coach for the first lesson. So how do we avoid injuries? Well, actually falling down is quite common, but there are correct ways to minimize the injuries. You need to let go of the sticks, hold your hands to the chest, and fall to the side. This way you can protect yourselves. You can protect your knees as well as your arms. Thank you so much. We can see that a lot of ski lovers are traveling on the track from the bottom of the mountain to the top. We can also see that some employees here are helping those that have fallen down during this process. We can see that the class is still going on. The students are still continuing their training. Well, the students are skiing under the construction of the coach.
您好，请问您是这边的工作人员吗？还是游客？我是他们的老师。你是这些学生们的老师？
So do you work here? Well, I'm their teacher. So why do you come here today? Well, we came here this morning because actually we have skiing club in our school, and in summertime mostly we do rollerblade or roller skate, and in winter we will take them to skiing. So with the Olympic Games drawing near, is this a special, campaign that you held to welcome the Winter Games? Well, we actually have started this program back in 2015, and we had some initial activities. And from 2018, we officially began this project in our university. The students are quite passionate and enthusiastic about this project, and we are very close to the Taiwu ski resort. So the students are very excited about this game. So what about the fee? In our middle school, we will host this kind of special activities for free twice per week. The Taiwu Ski Resort, as a mountainous ski resort in the south of China, not only brings economic benefit to the local people, but also provides a perfect playground for the local middle school students and tourists that are coming from the local provinces and nearby provinces. It is very rare for southern residents to enjoy winter sports due to this weather and climate differences. But today we are very pleased to see that so many people are able to enjoy winter sports even in the south. Okay, so that's all for today's live stream. Tonggu County is actually at the border of Hunan and Jiangxi province. There are some other cities like Xinyu in Jiangxi and some other cities in Hunan, and it's only a 2.5 hour drive from the nearby cities and counties. So if you happen to live nearby, you're more than welcome to come to the ski resort and enjoy this winter sports. And that's all for today's live stream. We wish the Beijing 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games a great success.